And please join me in welcoming our moderator, Ms. Kate Bayona Gracia, CEO Publicis Group B, and along with our panelists, Ms. Pham Thuy Hằng, General Marketing Manager for Vietnam, Mr. Samir Yadav, Director, Marketing Strategy Southeast Asia, Mondelez Gindo. Please, a round of applause.
Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to the home stretch. We're the final session. I'm sure the evening drinks at the bar are calling your names already. So we promise we will try to keep it sharp and punchy, right? So it's interesting how, of course, we've discussed a lot about AI and how human is still very important. But the topic for us today is actually different. I mean, different side of AI. We have spoken about how AI has changed the operation model of our industry, both from the client side and the agency side. But what has interestingly emerged is that AI has also become your audience, right? So right now, brands and products are talking to two kinds of audience. Yes, the human, but there's also the agentic systems, the AI agents. So I am very delighted that I am with two amazing seasoned industry leaders, Ms. Hang from Ford, which is an automotive industry, and we have Samir, who's also a good friend, who works in Mondelez. He's the Southeast Asia CMO for Mondelez, and working on a different industry, which is fast consumer goods. So two different industries who's going to share their perspectives about communicating to two different audiences, human beings and AI agents. So let's dive in. Right, first question. This session's premise is that AI will not build your brand, it's strategy. So, question Hang and Samir, where do you draw the line between what AI can accelerate and the strategic choices that only a marketer can make?
Well, maybe I can take that. Firstly, thank you to all the people sitting in the room because the strategy should have been to leave as soon as possible. Rain is going to come, traffic might be there, but still you guys are here, so thank you so much for that. I think on your question, Kate, I think strategy is the most important thing. It's the start and end of all because consumer is the most important thing. I was listening to the session before us, building brands for long-term impact, and I think people spoke about outside in perspective, business considerations, poetry and plumbing. That was amazing metaphor. I think there was a navigator piece which I think the PepsiCo team was saying. Nobody said AI because AI fundamentally is the fuel. It is not the engine. I mean, it is the fuel that goes into the engine. And as far as my perspective and our organization's perspective is concerned, strategy is the most important thing because it allows you to make the right choices. I think Taman from Unilever also made that point, ability to say no to the things that we won't do. Again, that's very important. Uh, so yeah, we will speak to these two different people, AI agents and to our consumers, but fundamentally consumers is the starting point, where to play, what are the choices you're going to make, what you will not do as a strategy is so important before we jump into any sort of execution.
Thank you, Ms. Hang.
Yeah. Um, Actually, to me, um, I said a very clear about the strategy and the AI. So the people choosing the Ford vehicle now is not because of AI. AI can support us a lot in terms of layout on the information, recommend for the people which vehicle is the best one. But really deep inside, the people choose Ford because the emotional connection between the brand and the customer benefit. So um, to set the clear like a line between the strategy and the AI, I think that the AI cannot define what your brand stand for. It's about the strategy. So strategy should come first, and then AI will accelerate your execution. Yeah, it can do it like a smarter, faster, more efficiently, but the core value is based on your brand, your brand uh, mission. Yeah, your brand like a identity, how you can differentiate yourself against the other. So the people fall in love with your brand identity.
I think just sorry, building on this point, one more piece is that to every marketer, to every brand person, or to every business person, the fundamental question is what is your current consumer issue? Whom are you chasing? What is your brand problem? Before jumping into what AI can do. And sometimes if you ask a brand person, okay, tell me what exactly are you chasing? What consumer growth behavior are you chasing? AI won't answer that question. That question has to be answered by the strategy. I mean, just building on your point.
Yep, thank you.
Well, I'm very glad that we all agree. I think the audience will also agree with us that strategy should be human first, not AI first. And AI systems are only as strong as the human strategies behind them. And as AI becomes more powerful nowadays, human judgment becomes even more valuable to strategy. Thank you for that very, very interesting answers. And we
Yeah,
agree.
one more
Yeah,
thing.
one more thing.
Like for the automotive industry,
Mhm.
we can say that our strategy is like the AI. It can be like an engine,
Mhm.
but the strategy will be a steering wheel. The engine can drive us, go fast, go smarter, but the strategy will drive we in the right direction. So it's very important to build on our strategy, but use the AI to kind of execute it excellently.
So human still needs to be in the driver's seat,
Yes, definitely.
not AI. Right, second question. And this is interesting. This gets even more interesting because we have two very different categories. One is high involvement category, which is the automotive industry, and we have FMCG industry, which is quite low involvement. So this is interesting. The second question is people respond to creativity, emotion, and cultural relevance. Agentic systems respond to structure, authority, and signal. When those two pull in different directions, how do you decide which one wins? Miss Ang, you're so eager to answer this question.
Yeah. I think this question is not about choosing one over the other.
Mhm.
Um, so in line with like how we define the role of strategy and the AI, I think we need to use both, right? So we can put the people in the center of our kind of strategy, but the AI, it can like we can use the AI to like to build how the people, how our brand can be kind of recommended by AI. Yeah. So a lot of action that we can optimize that one. We have a good narrative, we have a good brand story, but how we can translate it, how we can bring that story to the audience so AI can support us. For AI, yes, it needs kind of a structured content. It needs the signals. Yeah. It also needs some technical support to crawl the data from the sources. So we have a tool to make like the capability for our channel, for our the content, for AI to crawl the data, the information, and to ensure that our brand represent in the AI recommendation. So it will be like a two legs we need, yeah, to build our brand and to bring and to kind of our business success.
This is so important for you because you are a high involvement category and the consumers really actively search via ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, right? So it
It's
is
true.
very, very important that you incorporate in your strategy how you are going to be in the top recommendations by
Sure.
this agentic system. So that is very, very interesting. Now, it's interesting also to hear how this play in an FMCG category.
No, so firstly, it's not like they are pulling each other apart, the emotional storytelling, as you said, or the functional benefits. It's about how consumer is discovering your brand at a particular moment and what they are seeking. Now, in CPG brands, I mean, I'm talking about if all the brands had the money, you would always be mentally available and physically available. That means you are available in all stores and you are always on in terms of discovering your brand, which is about the emotional storytelling. That how am I relevant to you? What is the distinctive feature that I have? How am I, you know, playing a role in your culture? Which would be done by, let's say, mainline advertising. But when, I mean, think of in a very commonsensical sense, when a consumer is going, and let's say it's mooncake season right now, to buy a mooncake on a chat GPT, what are they going to ask? They are going to ask, I want a best gifting solution for mooncake. I want what's the price? What are the type of ingredients? I'm very health conscious. I want something like that. They are going to ask something very specific. To that point, actually, I learned. I mean, as we were discussing, is all the information available in the ecosystem in the right way so that when AI crawls the data, they are able to throw that right solution out to you. Now, mooncake is 150 gram, and if there is nothing available in 50 gram, you are out of the funnel. So it's not either or to us, but I think it's like, you know, you have to talk to the heart and to the head to make the right decision in tandem.
So it's really interesting how the industry has shifted, right? From AI becoming an operational production tool. Now there's a fundamental shift, and CMOs right now must build a strong brand narrative that not only human care about, but structuring your brand's digital footprint so that machines, the LLMs, can synthesize and validate it and make recommendation to end consumer. So that is a different world we're living right now. And connected to that, right? Because we are in this different world, then what is the new bar for brand value when an AI assistant, not a shopper, is increasingly the one comparing options and building the short list for example, SUV? What should CMOs stop measuring and what should they start measuring?
Yeah. So I can say that currently AI changed the customer behavior a lot, especially for automotive industry. Um, for the automotive products, it requires a lot of search, and now kind of traditional search really impact by the AI. It's reducing in terms of click, reducing in terms of like a engagement, and the AI with zero click has been kind of preferred by the customer. So from our position, we have to take care more metrics rather than like a impression, click-through rate, or reach. Yeah, it can be good one for the operational thing, but for the AI area now, we have to think more about the other kind of indicators like the share of mention by AI.
Share of AI mention.
Yeah, share of
That
AI
is
mention.
that is
Yeah.
new.
Or like your brand visibility scoring.
Mm.
Yeah. And also in terms of your channel, we have to consider how we can improve our channel to be kind of more accessible for the AI.
Mm.
How it can detect your information as the first party, but how you can build the content consistently to help AI understand well about your brand. So it's about the channel, about the content, not only yourself, the content made by yourself, but from the other side, like the third party, like a authoritative, yeah,
Authoritative
yeah,
source. Okay.
source, yeah. We have a lot of works, yeah, to build kind of our brand visibility to the AI, and
Right.
also kind of some technical support for our channel, like our website, how it can be kind of accessible for the AI, so it can support us a lot.
How many percent of your, I'm just, this is a follow up question, and I'm really, really curious. Do you know how many percent of your audience are actually using AI to search about, products, SUVs, for example?
So now we have some data, like sharing how how the people how many people
Yeah.
searching for Ford and recommended by the AI.
Mm-hmm.
Like it like a mention the share of mention.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we don't have the data to measure how
Right.
many. Yeah,
Right.
we know kind of what our share in terms of AI mention among the industry.
Right.
Like we have some percentage, and our competitors there's some percentage.
Right.
So at that level, we can understand that what we need to focus on.
That's good.
Of course, when the people searching around, like what is the best SUV in Vietnam market,
Mm-hmm.
we are the top one, the first recommendation
Yeah, that's
by
that's
the
that's
AI.
what you should be
Yeah,
aiming for.
yeah.
Cool. Samir, we're very interested how it works for your
Yeah, yeah.
brands.
It's a very interesting and tricky topic, like what you should start measuring. I think search of recommendation for sure. Share of recommendation for sure. That that the AI agents start recommending your brand. And somewhere, I was just thinking as you were speaking that how can we influence the algorithm? Because maybe there is a lot of residual equity for my brands in a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old today. But for a kid who is 5-year-old today or 7-year-old for whom AI is not something special, we are talking for them, it's the norm. Then, what will we do to influence that share of recommendation? And honestly, in my mind, if a consumer is finding my brand on or discovering it via AI and it's not on top of the mind, honestly, it's a failure. As far as the CPG brands are concerned, that you are not really on top of the mind. Um, but and hence we do associations with BTS or Blackpink or stuff like that on Oreo, so that we are somewhere influencing the algorithm, so that AI will, when they crawl the data, they will put it as the top one in terms of the search of recommendation. But I think what we should stop measuring, in my mind, is we should stop. In Gen Z term, hallucinating about AI, and we should start thinking deeply about consumer. So when many times, nothing against, but when our agency partners or brand people, they come, don't tell me the solution via AI. You tell me what is the problem. I think we'll have to stop asking what is the solution, but put a little bit more effort on what exactly is the problem, what's the consumer growth behavior we are chasing. So, it's not a direct answer to what you're saying because there is no answer in my mind. But to me, that seems to be the important
Maybe
part.
this question you can answer, which is related to that question. If I go to Gemini or ChatGPT right now, and it's Mid Autumn Festival, it's coming, and I search, what mooncake should I buy and where should I buy mooncake? What do you think Kindle is on top of the recommendation? Are you what do you think?
This is all planned. So,
Maybe I will invite the audience to check
Actually, you
Chat
can
GPT and Gemini right now.
you can check it. But Kate asked me this question, back room, that will it, and I very nervously, with lot of nervousness, I asked this question to ChatGPT. What are the top three mooncake brands in Vietnam? As simple as that. Not trying to give too much specific prompt, but yeah, Mondelez International comes as top one. But
It's number one.
but there is, but again, I'm saying maybe it is coming today because we have done some work, 30 years back.
Yeah.
Will it continue to be there? And then how do I influence the algorithm is the point which
So
keeps
then,
going.
Or
really
maybe
directly communicating to humans and how humans are interacting with your brand is influencing the recommendation of AI. It's not necessarily because you have AI audience in mind, right? And
Uh,
you still appear as number one recommendation.
yes. Yeah, I mean, it has to be human. I mean, at the end.
How about if I search, what is the best SUV in Vietnam?
actually for the automotive, the competition is really tough.
I know.
So even AI, they give some recommendation, but not like an exact
Mm.
answer, like
Mm.
what is the best. It
Mm.
will lay out a lot of like a specification,
Right,
yeah, or the price comparison.
right.
Yeah. So AI can do some analysis at very kind of a scale that no other people can do.
Mm.
But I think for myself, what I don't want AI do, the first thing that we share, that is about the strategy, the brand strategy. We have to own it up.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, I don't want the AI to involve so much. It's about the creativeness. Yeah. Because the emotional connection between the brand and the people is the kind of define yourself, define your brand, and only things that can differentiate you from the others can help you win. That's why um, for Ford, we appreciate the people experience.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want AIs to replace the people in our movie, in our kind of TVC or any user experience sharing. It should be kind of authenticity. So I don't know how AI can develop in the future. But for myself, the real emotional connection with the brand is the key thing that I want to decide to purchase any products. Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Hang, for reassuring me that I still have a job. Okay, last question because they're telling me that I only have 1 minute left. If you could change one habit in how our industry is approaching AI, what would it be?
I answer already.
You answered. Good. Samir.
I mean, one habit. I mean, don't try to make AI the hero. AI is a bystander somewhere behind the scenes. I mean, make consumer the hero. Uh, and I think it's becoming too fashionable without any substance for our industry. I mean, whether it is the clients or the agencies, to throw names and acronyms and stuff like that from AI, blah blah blah, but without knowing the consumer. So I think, yeah, I mean, that's important. Don't try to say that, oh, we have AI. It's like an engine. It's like a fuel. It's not the steering, as you're saying. So that's one thing that we can. I mean, as a habit, we can inculcate, that we talk a little bit more about consumer.
Thank you. I think we all agree, and it secures all of us practitioners here that we still have a job in the future because human judgment is becoming more and more valuable. Human driven strategy is even more important as AI becomes more
So,
powerful.
so Kit, I was just wondering, and Rohit, you're also sitting here. I was thinking that the full session that we have done today, from 1 p.m. till now, I was honestly thinking about this in the morning. Was there a need for this? Was there anything that AI wouldn't have told us? But still, what is important is the human connect as we, talk to each other and transgress the ideas. Otherwise, all the panel, all the keynotes, you could have typed in and you could have got all the information. But you could never have met Kate or Rohit or Sudarshan or, Rakesh in person and shared your ideas. And that is very impactful. Humans before everything, anything else.
Absolutely. And let's start connecting more for after drinks. Rohit, are you sponsoring after drinks? He said yes. Thank you, everyone, for staying with us up till the last session. Thank you.